Yes, the physical therapists have the right to you know to provide recommendations to the patient because exercises is the
physical
scope
active
of the physical therapist,
way.
and
Studies suggest that those
it's good that the doctor is actually providing recommendation as to how many how many times the patient should exercise. But um, with respect to our profession, um, exercise is really the scope of a physical therapist.
All right, sir, thank you. And the next question is, you mentioned about three exercises. The author said that he knows that research has shown 3 to 5 exercises are optimal. How do you prioritize if you only have 3 exercises?
How do you prioritize exercises?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Regarding exercises, for me, what's really important is the stabilization exercises. So stabilization followed by some controlled exercises, movement control exercises, and lastly would be functional type of exercises. So I guess
I see.
okay.
Sir, yes, sir. And we have one last question, sir. What are your strategies for cultural and behavioral change, especially with hard set? For example, you're practicing in Cebu with Cebuano, or generally speaking, Filipino social cultural behaviors, especially with chronic low back pain and their beliefs as well.
Can you run that question by me again?
Yes, sir. Uh, how do you manage? What are your strategies for behavioral change, especially with very hard set Cebuano and or Filipino social cultural behaviors?
Oh, okay. With that, I guess it's not, it's frankly speaking, it's not easy to really break away those, uh, belief, the, uh, the belief that are actually being imprinted over the years. So I guess it would take time for them to really, adapt and embrace, physical therapy, and the importance of exercises. What is really important is that you need to, like I said, you need to get them involved with even with assessment, the exercises, and let them feel it themselves how important how it's affecting them their body. And once they see that from their own experience, they would really change that fast.
I see. And last question, sir. Thoughts on the 2021 CPG for low back pain?
What was it?
What are your thoughts, sir, on the 2021 clinical practice guideline for low back pain?
Oh, with the 2021 clinical practice guidelines, uh, the they actually remove the subacute stage of low back pain. So they only have acute low back pain and chronic low back pain. Nothing is really, I mean, it's almost the same as the previous one. Nothing, big that has changed in that newly or that updated chronic low back pain. It's just a there's just a change regarding the chronicity of low back. And I think the most important thing that we should remember there is that manual therapy being very effective should be coupled with exercises. Otherwise, manual therapy you know, only has a short-term benefit. And not just that, for patients having chronic low back pain, I guess that, uh, the clinical practice guidelines has pointed out that the importance of education regarding pain neuroscience, and it was said that pain neuroscience should not be a standalone treatment, so it should be a combination of manual therapy, exercises, and education.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Rolly, for answering all of the inquiries that we have received so far. I have nothing else on my end, or if any of the members would like to ask a question or two. But if not, Sir Rolly, do you have any last parting words before we conclude your presentation?
I just want to thank everybody for for listening. It's not easy to speak in English though, and it's my honor to be speaking um, here because everybody that every speaker that was actually invited were foreigners, and they have all these beautiful achievements and all that. And uh, I I was not I was not I was I was confused whether to which one or which kind what kind of topic I would be presenting. So I guess the decision of me came like after 2 weeks that I would be presenting something like I said a something like an home exercise program, because every techniques, every evidence has already been given by all the fantastic speakers, but nothing was given about how important home exercises program. So yeah, I think those were important reasons why I did that.
Truly, sir. And we also appreciate how context specific it is to us practicing physical therapists, both in the rural and urban population. So, Sir Rolly, thank you very much. Akan salamat for that very comprehensive and interesting presentation. And now let me present our certificate of appreciation for you, Sir Rolly, VDMOL PTRP COMPT, for your comprehensive presentation as a resource speaker for the PAYOM National Conference. Sir Rolly, dagang salamat and thank you very much.
Salamat, thank you kayo, salamat.
Thank you, Sir Rolly. Thank you.
So you're actually using your whole body?
Again, lower. Turn. So first I come back. Down. Then I turn it. Every second. So I am pushing it. Oh no.
The Institute for Physical Therapy Advancement is a post-professional educational institution dedicated to the advancement of the Philippine PT profession. We started as a continuing education provider in Florida, USA, back in 2014 as Physical Therapy Advancement Seminars. We are currently the CPD provider accredited by PRC. We are also honored to be recognized by the Philippine Association of Orthopedic Manual Physical Therapists as the educational provider for OMPT training. I'm inviting PTs to take our courses that lead to clinical certification. We aim to go above and beyond to meet the PT's professional goals.
Hello, this is Ulysses. What is an OMPT, or Orthopedic Manual Physical Therapy? This is an advanced specialization in the understanding of complex orthopedic pathology, and it entails innovative clinical training emphasizing differential diagnosis and manual therapy procedures. The Institute for Physical Therapy Advancements, OMPT, and diploma training programs involves the most current evidence-based practice and evidence-based manual and exercise technique prescriptions. The additional training makes our practitioners uniquely qualified to deliver techniques reserved for more highly educated physical therapists with advanced knowledge of anatomy, biomechanics, and the musculoskeletal system. The certification is provided by the IPTA to PTs who want to advance their knowledge and skills in manual therapy, providing clinicians additional extensive clinical and mentoring hours. Individuals must pass numerous examinations and clinical training to be called OMPT Certified Specialist.
Everyone, my name is Gigi Bautista, and I'm one of the core instructors for the Ortho and Manual Therapy for both the certification and the diploma program through Institute of Physical Therapy Advancement. For the hands-on lab portion, you'll learn to connect the dots, and that's starting from the working hypothesis or the differential diagnosis that you've learned from the didactic portion to comparing and contrasting those using the evidence-based or relevant objective examination while you're also trying to rule out the red flags. Regarding manual therapy, you'll definitely learn a lot of the techniques, and for those who know some techniques, we will help you refine your skills. Just remember that your instructors, just like me, are also fellows in manual therapy.
Hi, my name is Rolly Dimol. I'm a certified orthopedic manual physical therapist. What's good about OMPT is that I developed a really good clinical reasoning skill. I also learned how to apply evidence-based manual techniques, including manipulations to peripheral and spinal joints, which I coupled with very effective therapeutic exercises. With OMPT, my patients are recovering much faster. So to all PTs out there who want to advance their practice, I encourage you to get your certification on orthopedic manual physical therapy. Good luck in your profession.
Yoga is a practice and it takes time to build the flexibility and the strength. This is a yoga beginner class. Modify positions if you're not able to, or get down into just a prayer position or a child's pose if you're not capable of doing the posture. So cross your legs and we'll start with a warm-up. Put your hand in a prayer position and close your eyes. Take a deep breath, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Slower down your breath. Inhale one more time and exhale. Come on a hands and knees position, tabletop position. Shoulders over your hand and hips over your knees. Separate your knees. Take a deep breath and inhale. Arch your back. Bring your head down. Exhale. Arch your back, head up and gaze forward. Exhale one more. Bending forward. Shake your head, nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Or your lower leg, or up to your thigh. And for more advanced, come up into your groin. Trying to get your balance on that left leg, you can either put your hand into a prayer position or raise the arms up with your hands separated. And for a challenging pose, hands together. I chose to put it into my heart on a prayer position. Exhale, step or jump to a downward facing dog. In this position, inhale and bring the right knee to the front of your mat for a pigeon pose, Kapotasana. Sit on your right sits bone. Inhale, reach to your index fingers, further stretch. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. I thank you again for spending your time with me. Namaste.
RX Pro specializes on pain treatment. Our professionalism is a combined 35 years of physical therapy expertise. Our main treatment approach on pain is evidence-based. We start with a specialized consultation where we analyze and determine the root cause of your pain. Then we conduct the treatment using manual therapy and corrective exercise. Our main goal is to relieve your pain during your first session with us. Here in RX Pro, we do not only manage pain, but we treat pain.
I hope everyone is doing great so far. Before we continue, we will be having a short trivia game as our intermission. This is a chance for our participants to win 100 pesos cash prize via GCash. To participate in the game, the winner must be able to receive the cash prize via GCash. No other modes of transaction are available. If you are the winner, please email payomp@gmail.com to claim your prize and to also give us your GCash account number and name. The details are given through the Zoom chat box. Please chat your answers using the Zoom chat box after hearing the question. The first person who chats the correct answer wins. I would like to ask for assistance from the technical team for determining the winner for each question. So I hope all the participants are ready, and I will begin. First question is, what is the partner company of Payompt in providing free insurance benefits to its active members? Again, what is the partner company of Payompt in providing free insurance benefits to its active members? Okay, so our winner for the first question is Miss Graziela Dela Cruz. Congratulations, Miss Graziela Dela Cruz. Please email Payompt for the details to claim your prize. Next question. Okay. What was the theme of the fourth Film International Conference? Again, what was the theme of the fourth Film International Conference? I don't see any correct answer so far. Note that it's the fourth Film International Conference and not the fifth. So again, what was the theme of the fourth Film International Conference? So if you know the answer, please go ahead and chat through the Zoom chat box. Okay, we see a winner. Congratulations, Lawrence Aling, for winning 100 pesos GCash. So Lawrence Aling is our winner. Next question. Where was the Asian Confederation of the Orthopedic Manipulative Physical Therapy 2019 Congress held? Again, where was the Asian Confederation of Orthopedic Manipulative Physical Therapy 2019 Congress held? Okay, our winner is, since Lawrence Alling has already won the second question, we will be awarding Wilson Villa Longha. Congratulations, Wilson Villa Longha. Again, to claim your prize, your 100 pesos GCash, please email your details to payom@gmail.com. We have 2 more questions left, so you still have a chance if you haven't won yet. Let's begin with our fourth question. Name one speaker among the speakers of the Fifth International Conference who is Filipino. Again, name one speaker among the speakers of the Fifth International Conference who is a Filipino. First and last names should be included. Okay, let me go through the chat box. And we have a winner. Is it Maria Lourdes? Yes. So our winner is Miss Maria Lourdes and Desquitado. Congratulations, Maria Lourdes. Desquitado. Congratulations for your 100 pesos. Our final question is, okay, ready? Prepare your fingers for chatting the answer. It is, who amongst our speakers is the author of the famous book, Manual Physical Therapy of the Spine? Okay, we have a very fast participant here. Junie Rendon, congratulations. Great job on answering the final question for our trivia game. So again, for all of our winners of this session's trivia game, please email payom@gmail.com for your GCash details, and only GCash is accepted. No other modes of transaction are welcome. Again, please email payom@gmail.com with your name and GCash details. So thank you so much for participating. Doc Lee. Is a typo accepted?
No, sorry, because
Oh,
because it's a name. So
Okay.
a name, it cannot be typographically typed. So the first, let's pick the correct one. So the first correct name.
Okay, so I apologize for that. The correct, or the winner rather, is Miss Julia Marie Cotton. Julia Maria. I'm very sorry for that mistake. So we have to be very strict since we are talking about names here, so we cannot accept typographical errors. So the first person who answered with the correct spelling is Miss Julia Marie Cochan. Okay, great. So thank you so much for participating in the trivia game, and do not hesitate to contact Payom to claim your prize. This time, let us move on to our next speaker to be introduced by Dr. Lily Bautista.
All right. Thank you so much, Meg. All right. It is an honor to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Michael Pereira Gabilo. He is the incumbent president of the Philippine Physical Therapy Association and presently affiliated with Metropolitan Medical Center College of Arts, Science, and Technology. He completed his bachelor's degree in physical therapy at the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila and his postgraduate diploma in health profession education from the University of the Philippines, Manila. Presently, he is a member of the following committees in the Professional Regulation Commission: the Continuing Professional Development Council for Physical Therapy, and the Career Progression Committee. He is also the incumbent secretary of the Philippine Federation of Professional Associations. Last April 2017, he has been awarded by the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila as the most outstanding alumnus. Mr. Gabilo is very much involved in different projects and advocacies that primarily aim to advance the standard of the physical therapy profession and the quality of health-related education in the country. Let us welcome Mr. Gabilo with a warm virtual applause. Sir Mike, the virtual floor is yours.
For a while, I'll just present my screen po. Saglit lang po. Yeah. I just want to confirm if I'm audible and at the same time, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir, we can see it. Thank you.
Lily, thank you to PAOMPT for the invite and for having PPTA here in your 5th International Conference. So my task for today is to basically provide you with updates of what's happening in our PT profession in the Philippines and other efforts and advocacies of the Association of PPTA. Yes. Okay. So before I proceed, let me again congratulate the men and women behind this very successful 3-day 5th International Conference of PAOMPT, headed of course by Dr. Lily Bautista, its president, and also the entire PAOMPT for promoting manual therapy in the Philippines, the practice of manual therapy in the Philippines. To all the delegates also who have attended the conference, congratulations for finishing it. And on behalf of the Philippine Physical Therapy Association Board, we would like to thank PAOMPT for always providing a segment for our PPTA to speak and in your program. We truly appreciate the gesture. So I think the first important update that I would like to share to you guys would be the updates on the physical therapy bill. Okay. So I'd like to inform, for those who are not yet aware, that the PT bill has already passed for the 3rd reading in the House of Representatives. So last July 28, 2021, we were able to hurdle the 3 readings in the lower house, and we are very happy about this development. We thank all the people who have really supported and who really worked hard for it. And of course, to Congresswoman Representative Tutor, if you are familiar with her, she's also a physical therapist from Bohol, and she was the main author of this PT bill. The hearings or the discussions in the lower house started 2019. Yeah, 2019. There were already hearings. Rather December or November of 2020. That was the start of the deliberation and discussions in the lower house, and we were really surprised that the process was a bit fast at the House of Representatives. That again, by July 28, 2021, House Bill 9216 has passed the 3 readings. What we are doing right now, what the profession is doing right now, is to start preparing the hearings for the Senate, because that's how the law or how a bill in the Philippines is passed, that you have to undergo the hearings in the lower house and in the upper house. The upper house, of course, pertains to the Senate of the Philippines. Then, in fact, this coming December 9, we are going to have the first deliberation or hearing in the upper house. Honestly, this was supposed to be this coming Tuesday, but because of some plenary discussions in the Senate, it was moved to December 9. So as you can see, PPTA is really there to push for the bill, to really prepare all the documents, but these are things that are beyond the control of PPTA, like the rescheduling of the hearings. And we are getting ready for the documents. For your information also, this will be heard under the Committee on Civil Service, Government Reorganization, and Professional Regulation Committee, which is chaired by Senator Bong Revilla. So we all know that there is a Senate version of this bill, which is authored by Senator Lapid. So we will try to marry the version of Senator Lapid with the version of the House, because what we really want to do is to expedite the process. We want and we hope that the senators, the committee, will just simply adopt the version of the House bill, because if that will be the case, then the process will be faster, because our end and ultimate goal is for President Duterte to sign this before his term ends, or at least because of the processes that kasi po, if the president will not be able to sign this or veto this, or will not even reach his office before his term ends, the process is going back to square one. And of course, with all the efforts that we have exerted, we don't want that kind of scenario. That's why we are constantly communicating with the office of the committee on, like the committee that I've mentioned, medyo mahaba, the committee in the Senate that will hear our bill. We are constantly communicating with the committee secretary, and she's telling us what to do and stuff like that. And rest assured, the entire Filipino physical therapists will be notified about the development of our PT bill. So we hope that you also join us in this advocacies, in these efforts. We need your moral support. We need your prayers, so that once and for all we get to have our own PT bill, because ultimately we want to make physical therapy services available for all those who are in need of physical therapy. I'd like to also report to the members of PAYOMT and the other delegates about the Career Progression and Specialization Program, Credit Accumulation and Transfer System. It's kind of long again, but we call it CPSP CATS, to make it short. So to give you a background of what CPSP CATS is all about. So as early as 2019, the Professional Regulatory Board of Physical Therapy has conducted a series of consultative meetings. So these meetings are all related to the career progression and specialization for physical therapy in the Philippines. This is the ultimate goal of those meetings, was to prepare for the different pathways and how specialization can progress based on the descriptors written in the Philippine qualifications framework. So there should be matching of the pathways of the physical therapy at vis-a-vis the Philippine qualifications framework. So if for those who are not yet familiar with the Philippine qualification frameworks, which you should be familiar, being a responsible and updated Filipino physical therapist, this is the career progression or the ladder that we need to achieve. This is in line with the different mutual recognition that the country is, the Philippine government has engaged with. So if we are a bachelor's degree, we are at the level 6. So then we have to progress to level 7. So this is where what we call the different post-baccalaureate programs and post-baccalaureate degrees, certification, trainings that we should be acquiring. And of course, lastly would be your level 8, which would include your postdoctoral and doctoral programs. But again, we know that not all Filipino PTs will really have to undergo or can really undergo formal academic tracks. That's why there is what we call credit and accreditation transfer system, meaning to say, even if you don't really enroll in master's degree or doctorate degrees, with your certifications, with your trainings, with your length of experience, those will be credited for you to go up the ladder. So that is basically the essence of the CPSP CATS. Now, last 2020, August, to be exact, August 14, 2020, this was formalized via the resolution number 1262 of PRC, wherein PRC mandates all regulatory boards to create their own career progression specialization program and credit accumulation and transfer system committee. And this will be basically the group who will draft the matrix for the career progression. So the technical working group is basically made up of 7 individuals. Well, in the case of PT, we have 8 because the chair, aside from Dr. Paul Iscano, it is also being co-chaired by Honorable Agustin. Okay, and then 6 others members are coming from different sectors of our profession. So there's one from the academe, an academic expert, the professional organization, someone from the government sector, an industry expert or an independent practitioner, someone from the profession's specialty group, and the PPTA special interest group. Yes, Dr. Lily Bautista and I are part of this technical working group. So we had series of meetings, right, Doc? As early as last year po, no? Talagang we really had different meetings. 2 hours, 3 hours of meeting discussing all of these documents and this career progression. So the career progression and specialization programs are has 12 phases. So these are the phases that we have to undergo. That these are the phases steps that we need to undergo. So currently we are in between phase 4 and 5 because in phase 3 we have already finished it. I hope, Doc Lily, we are already done with it, but we're still, the 8 people are so OC that they want to really ensure that every document, every descriptors, every performance indicators are properly defined before we present this to the general membership or general the PT community. So we are somewhere this phase 4 and phase 5 because we're starting to consult other members of the professional regulatory board, and at the same time also consulting the different heads of PRC. So that again, before we present it to a stakeholders consultation, the framework is already concrete, and we'll just be laying down the different features of this career progression and specialization programs. So what we are really doing right now, again, is the learning or the level alignment matrix. This is the PPO stands for the Professional Program Outcomes. So that's post-baccalaureate ulit po. And its corresponding PQF descriptor. So this will serve as a requirement in the National Referencing Committee procedures for list of updating professional qualifications in the Philippine Qualification Register as issued or conferred by the Professional Commission. Now, just to give